Hello and welcome to Behind the Nightmares, where you can get the stories behind the stories of your favorite episodes of the Nightmare Realm. I'm your hostess, Kat Fischer. Thank you for joining us. Tonight, we will be discussing the Nightmare Realm episode, Christmas Eve Ill. Joining us is the creator of the Nightmare Realm, Rob Ferreri. Thanks for being here and talking about this ghostly episode, Rob.
Well, I get to talk about horror and diners, two of my favorite things. How could I say no?
What inspired the story for this episode?
The story that was used for the first episode of the Nightmare Realm was Santa Claus is Coming to Town. And it was about Santa Claus becoming a werewolf after an attack, and it was created to submit to a horror-themed Christmas anthology that was for charity. Well, a year or two later, the same publishers had put out an ad that they were doing another anthology, also holiday-themed, and I wanted to participate, so I needed to come up with another Christmas-themed horror story, and that's where this came from.
Have you ever spent Christmas Eve working in a restaurant?
Oh, I have worked several holidays in a restaurant. I got my culinary degree quite a few years ago, and I've worked in the restaurant industry off and on around production and other things ever since. And most holidays I've had to work, especially having moved up the ranks and in management and running kitchens and restaurants. You were there for the holidays. It's only been in the last couple of years that I've managed to work with a company that's closed for certain holidays, and it's the only way I've actually been able to get them off in quite a long time.
Was there any inspiration from real-world events that made using an engineered virus as the focus?
No, there was no real-world inspiration for using a virus, so this was not any kind of political statement about the pandemic or anything like that. I don't believe in putting political messages into my work. I don't feel it's my role or my job to tell other people what to think and that it's up to them to make their own opinions. It's my job just to tell entertaining stories and to entertain people, and that's what I want to do.
Would you have trusted the cure?
Yeah, absolutely not. There is no way I would have just blindly trusted that that was a legit cure and that they had my best interest at heart. Yeah, no.
What would you have done once you realized they intended to kill you?
By the time it became clear that they had no intention of letting anybody leave and that they were just going to clean up their mess and leave no witnesses, it was really too late to do anything about it. There's no way you're going to escape from a group of armed soldiers in the middle of the desert. Escape is not even remotely an option. You're really just done at that point.
Do you think things like this really happen?
Oh, 100% I think things like this happen. I definitely think the government has hidden labs in the middle of nowhere that they're doing shady experiments with all kinds of stuff, especially viruses. Yeah, I totally think things like this happen.
Thank you, Rob, for being here and talking about this holiday-themed story.
You keep inviting me, I'll keep coming.
And thank you, listeners, for joining us on our foray behind the nightmares. Join us next week when we discuss the Dragon of Palace Flats. Don't forget to go to thenightmarerealm.net and see everything the Nightmare Realm has to offer. Good night.
Whispers in the shadows deep, no souls dare to sleep. In the land where dreams do bleed, nightmares they do creep. Eyes that watch from darkest skies, shadows overheads. Every step a silent scream, walking with the dead. Breaths of terror, whispers cold, chilling to the bone. Voices from the past unfold, secrets carved in stone. Lurking in the midnight hour, phantoms start to rise. In the grip of darkest power, tears behind the eyes. Come behind. restless wraith. Stories of the horror, masked behind the veil. In the realm of shadow, terrors in detail. Mirrors show a twisted face, echoes from the grave. In the silence, find a place where the spirits rave. Specters whisper in the ear, secrets they confide. In the land of endless fear, shadows never hide. Candles flicker in the gloom, eyes that never blink. From the nightmare's deepest room, stare into the brink. Every story holds the key, every ghost a clue. In the darkness we can see truth inside the blue. Come behind the nightmares, see what lies beneath. Every tale of sorrow hides a restless wraith. Stories of the horror, masked behind the veil. In the realm of shadow,